Alright guys, today I'm putting on the 3-inch rise bars from Protaper. I'm going to be putting this straight on the stock mounting bracket thing. So let's see if this all fits. This is going to be my biggest concern, was the grips. I didn't know if they were glued on or what, but it appears that they are not really glued on and that I can just pull them off. So that's going to help out a lot. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just pulling this off. It's not glued on at all. So that's going to be a big help. That makes things a whole lot easier. So we're going to take those off. This side's going to be a little bit more tricky because it's the throttle side, but I believe we're just going to take an Allen wrench here, undo this whole thing, and then that'll just go on the next bars. Let's open up this box here and make sure we do have the right stuff here. I just got these online. These are really hard to find right now. Really hard to find. It's like the last one on the internet. This looks like the right one. Protaper, about a 3-inch rise here. This looks about the same thickness as, so it should fit on here real easily. All right, now I'm gonna figure out which kind of Allen wrench is gonna fit onto this throttle thing. Looking at my wrenches here, both of these kind of fit the same way, a metric number 4 or else an inch 532. They both kind of fit. So we're going to use one of those and unscrew the throttle tube thing. Oh, I see the problem. All right, there's 2 screws. Undo that because I'm scraping it up with that one, and then it should be a little bit easier. A lot easier. There you go. All right, you see that? Once you get the 2 screws, it's super easy. So just make sure you get both of them. All right, we're just going to take this off. All right, the brakes use the same Allen key. Right now I'm using the 532 key. Undo those. So these are just barely, the little tube thing is just barely not long enough to slide off the end, so I'm going to undo the whole thing. And then same thing with the other side. Now for this side, this little doohickey's in the way, so we're gonna do that first. It appears that this is a regular screwdriver hole. I wonder if I can just slide this off. So close to being able to slide off. I don't want to break it, but it's so close. Maybe if I undo the brakes first, there'll be a little bit more room. Yeah, so once I took off this brake here, it looks like that gave me enough, just barely enough room to pull this thing off the end. It kind of worries me to do that though, because it's just barely long enough and I don't want to rip these wires out. But I think it worked. Now we're almost done. Now we're going to undo this. Looks like the same tool. It's going to be the 532 again. Yep. Let's see if we can just slide this on. See if we can slide this on without taking this whole thing off. Bingo. Alright, so I just got a great idea. Instead of tightening these on all the way and yanking this stuff towards the end and like pulling out the wires and stuff, I'm just going to leave this loose for now and then slide it over a little bit so that this stuff I can just slide on easily. Got that slid on. Now the other ones I already undid anyway, so just tighten up the thing now. And then right around the front here, you're going to want to make sure this thing is perfectly centered. And then this axis, make sure that axis is to your liking. Looks about right to me. And then once you're satisfied with that, then tighten it down. So the old surron bar came with these little bar ends. And the new Protaper one doesn't have those, so I'm just gonna pluck these out of here, I think, and use them on the Protaper bars. So I got those, stick them on the end here. They fit just fine. There you go. Now I'm gonna try to slide this on. I already got the brakes loosely put on. I got this thing loosely put on. Let's slide these on for now. I'm gonna be ordering some locking grips later anyway, coming in on Monday, so this is just gonna be temporary. I don't really care if they slide around that much. Slide those back on. There we go. That's perfect. Now here's the throttle side. It's a little bit more difficult on this one. I think maybe. Ah, shoot. Okay, perfect. It fits. Thank God. Thank God. I didn't want to loosen that thing again. So that's on. So this time remember that there's 2 bolts. Tighten those at a good angle. And there we have it, folks. All done. Completely done. Just sitting on this thing, it feels much more comfortable. Before I was kind of leaning over. I know I tried to do a tiny little jump and I was so nose heavy, I just kind of drove my nose into the ground. But here, I think it's gonna be nice. Can lean back a lot more. I got the brakes on like how I would set up mountain bike brakes. Just 1 or 2 fingers you're gonna want to pull with. Definitely not 4. So to do that, you're gonna displace it from the edge here about 2 inches to the left. And on this side, same thing. It's going to be about 2 inches away. Angled down a little bit. And since these brakes aren't that good, I would kind of want 2 fingers on it. But a mountain bike brake, you would just have 1. So you'd put the edge right here with your 1 finger. But we're going to do 2. And other than that, this thing looks like it's going to be set up perfect. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is to take this bad boy out for a spin. See how it goes. Wow. Does not get any more beautiful than this.